Hey, what's going on? How you doing? This is Coach Carver Bailey, and just finishing another day, blowing the whistle, trying to make the game of basketball better for all those that play. Listen, if you have an unrecruited or under-recruited student athlete, sophomore, junior, senior, and you just don't know how to get them help, getting recruited, getting them exposure, go check out my free case study video at B2BSDHoopsMastery.com. That's B2BSDHoopsMastery.com. We got the sun shining and the shy finally. Woo! So today, I just want to talk about really one thing that will help so many athletes. And I saw it in a couple teams today. Had to talk to a couple athletes and one particular team about it once I finished today. And that thing is composure. All right? Composure. Athletes, parents of athletes, coaches of athletes, please, you have to make practice an environment to where the game is easy. The environment in practice has to be so energetic. It has to be so pressurized to where when it comes game time, everything is simple to them. It may not be easy, but it's simple. Because when everything gets to going crazy around you, around athletes in the normal course of a game, when everything seems to get to be going crazy, the ones that wind up coming out on top are the ones that can keep their composure, right? I always talk about being mentally strong, but you have to be able to keep your composure. Another word for it is like poised, right? When things get sketchy, when things get rough, when things get a little bit rocky, you see those athletes that are just poised, right? Nothing seems to rattle them. They understand the job that they have to do. The reason why so many athletes lose their composure, even coaches lose their composure, again, because they haven't been there before, right? Not even so much they haven't been there before, like physically, like literally been in that situation before, but they've never visualized and put themselves in an adverse situation in which they've had to make adjustments on the fly, right? So there was a team down maybe about 5 or 6 points. It was like 12 minutes to go. And they just totally lost their composure. Started fouling, hard fouls, pushing off, doing all type of things. Keep your composure. Keep your composure, because as long as you keep your composure, the game of basketball is about runs, right? The game of basketball is about runs. As long as you keep your composure, the game of basketball will afford you. The game of basketball will give you, right, another opportunity to make your run. Now it's just up to you. What are you going to do with it? So at the end of the day, I've seen great teams lose it all because they've lost their composure, or one or two particular people lost their composure. And losing your composure is more contagious than keeping your composure. Now, keeping your composure is contagious, but it takes a little bit longer to catch on. Losing your composure, oh, hell, that's contagious right in the door. All right, everybody just start losing it because they haven't put themselves in that situation before to be able to fully focus on the fly, right? I tell all my athletes, if you make a turnover on offense, you can't be thinking about that turnover on defense, because you should be sprinting back on defense, figuring out how to get a stop, right? Figuring out how to get a stop. If you miss a shot, right, and this is a whole nother section, but you should understand the reasons why you missed the shot as soon as you miss it, right? On the way back down, you should understand why you missed it. Now, I'm not going to go all into that. I explain that. I have a whole course and a whole e-book on shooting threes, right? Just the 3 techniques that I use to be able to teach shooting. And there's so much to that, but you should be able to focus on the next play as soon as that next play is happening, right? You can't dwell on the following play. That's how athletes always lose their composure, because they're like, okay, well, I'm thinking about what just happened, and now I'm scared because it may possibly happen again. All right. So when coaches, now for parents that have unrecruited or under-recruited athletes, right, it's about to be time where, spring ball and summer ball and everybody wants to get exposure, right? Well, if your athlete is not composed, they're going to get exposed instead of getting exposure. All right. So whatever you do, right, make practice an environment that's so energetic, right, and at times can be congestive to where they have to become uncomfortable. So now in the game, anything that happens with the referees or with the opposing team, with the heat, with the air conditioning, whatever it is, they will be ready for that. And that stands out to coaches, college coaches, just as much as players losing their composure.